This coverage is brought to you in association with Fraser James Partnership, where money matters.
We begin this week in Premier B with the Selkirk versus GALA clash. Simply put, if Selkirk lost, they'd be relegated to Division 2, while a win for GALA would be one step closer to promotion. And after a penalty apiece, GALA were awarded a penalty try to put them in front, and Lee Miller's conversion made it 10 points to 3. David Cassidy kicked 2 more penalties to bring Selkirk to within a point, one each side of the break, and in front of a huge crowd at Philippoch, things were certainly getting tense. Selkirk prop Rob Taylor was yellow carded, and GALA scrum took advantage, pushing the suitors back towards their own line, and it was number 8 Tam Weir who got the touchdown, with Lee Miller adding the extras for a 17-9 lead. And it wasn't long before GALA added to their total after a series of pick and drives to the line. George Graham sent it out to Weir, a quick pass to Alan Emond, and Emond was over for his 6th league try of the season. With time running out, Selkirk did manage to get on the score sheet with a try. Good vision from Mike McVie saw there was no one home at the back, and the simplest of kicks for Fraser Harkness to chase resulted in a score.
And it's never nice to see a team go back down to the second division. I think GALA's been there more times than most, but disappointed that it's them. But at the end of the day, I'm really pleased that GALA has got back up potentially where I think we should be.
Yeah, it's been quite a long, hard struggle in a way, and there's been ups and downs, but on the basis it looks like we're pretty close to it. I mean, it's a good thing to be able to look forward to a first division rugby.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of planning to be going ahead now. I think we'll have to strengthen our squad considerably between now and then. I think myself and Scott and Harry have been working on a shoestring with regards to player numbers, and I don't think we're any different from anybody else. I think everybody's got the same, but given these considerations, I think the boys have done a fantastic job, and I'm really proud of them. Don't want to be condescending, but I'm really proud of them. I'm really pleased for them. They put a lot of hard work all through the winter, all pre-season, and hopefully they'll reap the dividends.
Again, it's hard to swallow now that obviously we are relegated. There's nothing we can do. We're back at Division 2 now, and we just need to rebuild next year and then bring in some new faces and hopefully step up again.
In other games in Premier B, there were wins for Aberdeen, Edinburgh Accies and Stirling County, who clinched a Premier 1 place next season with a win over Peebles. GALA have probably done enough to secure promotion without needing a point in their final game at home to Stirling, which will now take place on March the 26th. But a losing bonus point will definitely be good enough, while Selkirk cannot make the top 4 promotion places because of the fact that Watsonians and Aberdeen will play each other on the last day of the season, and at least one of them will take points from that. On to Premier A, and we were at Mansfield Park for HAWICK's game against AYR, and the Greens took an early lead through 2 penalties by Rory Hutton. But it was clear a full-strength AYR team were dominant up front, and penalty kicks at goal just didn't interest them. They were out to get tries, and HAWICK found themselves up against it up front all afternoon. AYR's try on 20 minutes was a good one, A.G. McPherson passing to Ross Curl, with Cammy Taylor coming in off the left wing to dive over under the posts, and they took the lead 7-6, with Curl kicking the conversion. There was no further score in the first half, and as time went on, HAWICK could sense a real chance to turn their opponents over. They were pleased to have the services of Edinburgh pro David Denton in the team, and when he passed to Graham Hogg, it looked like the Greens would score. but Stephen Anderson couldn't hold on to the ball. Moments later, Rory Hutton went on one of his tricky runs, and Michael Robertson was on hand to surely open the HAWICK try account. But Cammy Taylor, as well as scoring tries, also saves them, and the referee was on the spot to say the ball wasn't grounded. Up the other end, and after relentless pressure from AYR, Damien Kelly looked as though he'd scored a try. This time the referee was unsighted and the score was ruled out. Bruce McNeill there offering his commiserations to the AYR forward who retires at the end of the season. The crowd were certainly getting their money's worth out of this, and they had a visual treat when McNeill broke loose with 60 metres to go to the line. He wasn't far away from scoring either, but the support didn't arrive quickly enough and the AYR cavalry just got back in time to stop HAWICK scoring. We'd gone an hour without any score, and in stoppage time HAWICK won a penalty and up stepped Graham Hogg to try and win the game with the last kick of the match.
It's a great effort by the boys and that, but we were looking to get one over in AYR. At the end of the day, maybe better team won on the day.
Big pack, of course, and you're up against it right from the start, and of course AYR poo-pooed their penalties. They weren't interested in going at goal. They wanted to drive you back, and you kept them to just one try against. Yeah,
that's fair enough. It was good on AYR for having a go on that, but I've got to applaud the boys in that. They tried to take us on up front. They tried, and they only got the one try, and that's a massive credit to our boys. The squad that we've got, I mean, I don't know how much the boys are getting paid, but there's not much going out here, and the effort that we put in there was phenomenal, and we've just got to try and build on that for next week.
Melrose scored 3 tries from Nick Bevan, Fraser Thompson and Scott White against Boroughmuir, with White also scoring a conversion and 5 penalties as they continue to challenge for the championship, while there were wins for Curry and Glasgow Hawks. Still very tight at the top, with the top 3 sides getting rewarded with a place in the British and Irish Cup next season. On to Premier C, and Jed's win at Hillhead Jordan Hill puts them on top of the table, although no prizes unfortunately if they stay there by the end of the season. Even so, it will be a tremendous achievement. They scored 3 tries on Saturday from Lewis Young, Robert Hogg and Ross Goodfellow. Kelso's game was postponed, but in their penultimate match, GHA looked doomed as they lost at Biggar and Stumel thumped Falkirk. Kelso still have 4 games to play, and when they do play that game against Kirkcaldy, if they can win it, they should avoid relegation. In other games, HAWICK YM edged past Annan to make it 15 out of 15, while Berwick slipped up at Allen Glens. There was a good win for Lindeen in National League 3, while Keith Davidson scored his 5th league try in as many matches for Langham, although they lost at Garnock. In the East League, Duns won the derby against Earlston, while there were wins for HAWICK Quinns and St Boswells. On to next week, and lots of games in different competitions. Melrose take on Bristol in the British and Irish Cup. Peebles are involved in cup business, while HAWICK are at Dundee High School FP in Premier A. Selkirk should win at home to West of Scotland in Premier B. Kelso will do themselves the world of good if they can win at Falkirk in Premier C, while Gala and Berwick are in Border League action. Langham, HAWICK YM and HAWICK Lindeen all have National League matches, while in the East League there's a border derby between Earlston and HAWICK Harlequins. Well, that's it for this week. There's no programme next Sunday, but all the information from the weekend's fixtures will be, of course, online at bordersrugby.net. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.